center.
Hey, look who came home to eat some food. Yay, Daisy got to go outside. Yay. Oh. Well, that was exciting. We finally got out there and did the wagon ride here at this RV park. And it's actually going back of the screen right now. I don't know if you can see it back there. It was fun. It was 40 minutes long. A little rough on those wooden plank seats, but this was our way of getting out there again. Once again, staying at the campground, but enjoying the outdoors. Still trying to partake in that 31 days of getting outside for an hour. And it's been another day of pretty much rainy all day. So as soon as this stopped, or it was letting up a little bit, we're like, let's go get on this wagon ride. And just so happened, this was not planned at all. It was a packed ride. Tanya and I made it in at the last second. And Kaylin and Kira were already on there all the way up at the front with their friends. So that was a lot of fun. And we are getting a kick out of our girls are getting out there, making friends, having a lot of fun, getting engaged in just a lot of stuff. Kaylin is opening up. She's so happy and excited to be here. She just came home to get some food and she just stopped and looks at me and Tanya. She goes, so what have y'all been doing today? It cracked me up. She's just repeating what she hears from her parents, so that's adorable. Kira, 2 days in a row now, is coming back wearing someone else's clothes. We have met the young lady that gave them to us, to Kira, but we're like, where did those clothes come from? This girl said, hey, these clothes are too big for me, so I've been giving them away, and Kira's been taking them and wearing them. It's like, okay. It's cracking us up. Kira is literally, it's like she gets out here going site to site, who's got free food. We were partially wondering, we're like, do people think that she's like an orphan and she's just out there begging for food? I don't know. I don't have a camera on her. I don't know what she's saying. All I do hear is that these parents are like, oh, we love Kira. She's so sweet. We've loved having her hang out with us. Gotten that from multiple families, so that's pretty nice. I will, as always, do a full workup on this park where we'll label the park and tell you what it is, but one of the things that was interesting was that the pool here closes at 6 p.m. and we were just thinking that they were trying to drive people out of the pool and into the other activities, including like the bar. That's not the case. I actually stopped and asked someone today, and he said the pool is breaking, and with the amount of rain that they've had, they haven't been able to get it fixed. So it was nice that I was able to ask that. No worries. I was able to ask that question and get a straight answer. They've tried getting people out here to get it fixed, but it's been so rainy they can't. So they're having to send staff over there regularly to keep people off the steps because that's where they're breaking. And if it breaks, they're going to lose the pool completely. So it won't be 6 p.m. closing, it'll be no more pool. Hey, hey! I love that they do the wagon ride twice in a day. That's pretty cool. I think yesterday or the day before we saw maybe 3, maybe even 4. Like if people keep lining up over there, they'll just keep running it. That's pretty awesome. There's somebody with some cool looking go-karts I've never seen before. This is interesting. Are those y'all's?
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah, maybe.
That's awesome. I love it.
Instead of hoverboards, a little hover crane.
Oh, so you've got hoverboards down there as the drive?
Yeah, that's forward and back.
Okay.
We just connected them together. So
Yeah. I love it. Those are awesome. Very cool.
There's a lot of mud puddles out there. Not this circle.
That's ingenious. I love it. Yep, this park is a blast. Kira is having fun. I don't even know where she's at right now. Caitlin's home eating some food real quick. All of her older friends all went off. They're like, okay, let's run home and eat as fast as we can so we can get back to the volleyball court. Okay. Yeah, Kira, they all gravitate somewhere around like the playground, the volleyball, the pool area. In that general area, they're just playing and having a blast. We set up boundaries. This campground is so big. We're like, okay, look, we don't want you going way back to all these different campsites. Just stick to our camping loop and then like to the playground, and that's it. So we don't have to go looking a gazillion miles through 500 plus campsites for you. And I had to put up Starlink today. So when we got here, our T-Mobile home has been working spectacularly. I'm trying to get the autofocus to focus on my face. It's like trying to go all around me. How about that? Huh? Silly camera. So the T-Mobile has been great, and the T-Mobile on our phones is still great, but our T-Mobile home seems to have picked up a problem. This has been something I've been worried about and been concerned because T-Mobile home, they say, is not supposed to be mobile. It's only supposed to stay in one spot. And they want that because they're selling you a really high-speed internet, and they only can guarantee it in certain spots. So they're trying to prevent themselves from having problems with people calling in saying, I'm not getting the speeds I paid for. I know better than that. I know that, you know, I'm not going to get those 600 megs down I would have gotten at the main service address. I don't care about that. I just need good, steady internet that'll work for me. So I think what we've run into now is it's congested here, and I think a lot of people are using T-Mobile, and so they're starting to do what's called a QoS, quality of service, and they may be downgrading our home device because it's not native to these towers. I can't tell you that for sure without talking to them, but that's my IT tech guy guesstimate. So Starlink came out today. It's doing pretty decent. It's getting good speeds, but it turned itself and pointed right at a tree right over here. So what happens with that is it loses its connection for a few seconds at a time, and that results in me, as I'm working, all of a sudden I can't type, I can't click, and then my connection to my remote system drops, and then it comes back up and I can keep working. So it's slowing me down a little bit. I'm bummed that T-Mobile's not working because before everybody started rolling in for the 4th of July weekend, the T-Mobile home was on point. I could tether from my phone, which is doing great. However, there's limitations on the tethering from my phone. And in one day, I already used up 5 gigabytes of tethering with my T-Mobile phone. So it's like, okay, I gotta stop that because I may wind up in a situation where I have to work right now. I need to save that tethering numbers for that emergency work situation. So right now, we're just dealing with the Starlink. Work wasn't too busy today. It's the day before the 4th of July. Yes, there were some of us working. I mean, I didn't really think there was a point in me going anywhere. The girls want to run and play, I might as well work, right? But that's just kind of an update on the internet. Just know, I think Verizon has a home internet now as well. If you get the Verizon home or the T-Mobile home, they're supposed to stay in one spot. So if you get them and you start taking them around, you aren't going to get the service that you were probably promised at the home address, but it should still work. But I kind of wondered if I came over here into the Northeast where there's a lot more people than say like a Wyoming or a Northwestern Colorado, if it was going to be a bit of a problem. Because in the past, T-Mobile, wherever it's been saturated, has been bad. Like I said, the phone's doing good, but the phone is allowed to travel. So I think that they're doing that. It's called QoS, Quality of Service Management, on their network. It's the 4th of July and we're kind of narrowing down our plans. We looked at Fort Ticonderoga, but it's a 40-mile drive up to Fort Ticonderoga, and then if we stay for the fireworks, that means I got to drive back down in the dark. Doesn't sound like my mostest favoriteest thing to do. So I'm kind of hoping that we can just stick in the Lake George area to do the fireworks and check that out, but that's what we're hoping to do. As far as any kind of special cookouts or anything, we don't have anybody that we're necessarily meeting in this area. As far as full-time families go, there's only 3, and I haven't even met the 3rd one. In the other original family that reached out to me, they're currently going through some health issues right now. So I don't think we'll be getting together with them for 4th of July. So it may just be us on our own. It may, if the weather will allow me, I may try to do some Philly cheesesteak stuff on the Blackstone tomorrow. We'll see how the weather goes. Or it might just be leftover pancakes. Although I think the leftover pancakes are almost gone. 5 days? I'm full of pancakes. I wanted to stop. I also just ran out of my 100% pure maple syrup. All right, well, I do realize that this video did come out on the 4th of July. So if you did watch this on the 4th of July, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate that. I know right now overall our views are kind of down, but that's because I think or suspect that all of you are probably out there enjoying the RV life or the tent camping life or just getting out there. And that's what we want y'all to do. So I don't feel bad at all that you're not watching this video on the day that it came out. I would rather see you get out there. I would rather see you out here. Don't be afraid to stop and say hi if you ever see us out there. We are delighted to say hi to anybody that's been watching their videos. It's encouraging. If you've been sticking around, you know that sometimes this can be a bit of a depressing business. So when somebody says, we watch your videos, that's an uplifting comment. Thank you. All right, remember that life happens, even nonstop rain. Don't let that stop you. Get out there when you can, even in the little minute increments. Stay fresh, cheese bags.